If you're watching this video, chances are that you're seeking an alternative to the Excel spreadsheet or software that you're currently using or plan to use in order to value a business. Business valuation software is not new. It's been available for 2.5 decades. During this time, the most widely used form of it has been the in-house spreadsheet, the Excel spreadsheet. Well, the advantage of spreadsheets is that you can do whatever you want with them. You get absolute flexibility, limited only by your knowledge of BV theory, available programming expertise, and the size of your IT budget. But first you have to do the research and devote time to create it, then test it, and then maintain it. Unless you have a large BV practice with access to programmers, the result will be a basic workbook without an interface to simplify navigation and formatting. Then there's the matter of working with a spreadsheet. It can be time-consuming and difficult due to tab surfing back and forth between worksheets, chasing and hunting down variables that get hard-coded into cells, and endless formula tweaking and reformatting. These can become activity traps that erode your productivity and, worse, distract you from the key judgment calls that are the heart of your valuation. Finally, spreadsheets can be antisocial. They don't play well with others both outside and inside your organization, and this can stifle collaboration and leaves everyone in the middle of their own private spreadsheet island. And if you need help, well, there's no manual or online help either, and no one to call for assistance. You are on your own. And then, when you're done with your spreadsheet work, you still have to pull everything together into a well-documented, standards-based appraisal or valuation report. So it makes sense to seek alternatives. Such alternatives can include business valuation software that merely takes in the numbers and cranks out a value, along with an all-boilerplate report. The makers of this kind of software promote that it's a fast and easy way to crank out a number. Fast and easy, maybe, but laden with mistakes is functionally useless or worse. And it's really problematic when the valuation is going to be subjected to scrutiny or critical review by an opposing party or authority. There are other programs that try to combine the virtues of a standalone system that uses Excel. This can work until Microsoft upgrades Excel and you try using the program with a new version. That's when the fun begins. So if you're a business valuation practitioner or aspiring professional, you're left wondering if there's a viable alternative to spreadsheets as well as old school software. Well, now you have an alternative. It's called MoneySoft Business Valuation Specialist. It's an entirely new class of business valuation software that allows you to focus your attention on the key judgment points that form the backbone of a supportable valuation. BVS provides you with the value sense advantage to help you navigate around the snags and traps that can undermine the credibility of a business valuation. These traps can exist within legacy systems and in-house spreadsheets. On the MoneySoft BVS webpage, you'll find a great deal of information, including 8 additional videos that illustrate the power, flexibility, and control that BVS will give you. You'll learn about the various control panels that you'll use to set up your workspace, control your financial statement accounts, establish line item projection assumptions, and define the parameters of a valuation assignment. These informational videos cover the key steps of normalizing and analyzing financial statement data, preparing detailed financial projections, setting up and applying the appropriate methods under the asset, income, and market approaches, and generating a credible and supportable business appraisal or valuation report. The remainder of this video will focus on the bigger picture, the process of reconciling value indications, developing an enterprise-level equity value, and reaching shareholder-level value for voting as well as non-voting interests, and with or without dilution. Here's a set of numbers: 3, 92, 55. This is not the combination to a safe, but it is the key to understanding the valuation flexibility that BVS delivers. 3 equals the valuation approaches: asset, income, and market. And you can have a conclusion for all or any of the approaches. 92 equals the total number of different indications of value that are available in BVS. 55 equals the maximum number of method indications that can be included in a single valuation. This is more than you might need, but the point is that they're there when you need them for a given assignment. 3 plus 92 plus 55 adds up to flexibility, power, and control. Speaking of control, this is the conclusion of value control panel. In order to arrive at this point in BVS, you've already normalized and analyzed core financial data, prepared comprehensive projections, and applied the internal financial information with external market data to reach an indication of value for each applicable method. The conclusion of value control panel has a 5-step process. Select the methods and approaches you want to include. Weight and reconcile your selections. Input your conclusion of value. Apply any adjustments, discounts, or premiums. And if applicable, properly allocate value between voting and non-voting interests. All methods in BVS work to the same level of value, which is an enterprise level equity value. This schedule includes the indicated equity value for all the methods you applied earlier in the program. Statistics are presented to help you assess the reasonableness of each indicated value, which in turn helps in your decisions to weigh the different values and select a conclusion. The stats for each value indication include payback based on equity net cash flow, payback based on EBITDA, and simple ROI based on equity net cash flow. For market methods, you also get the R-squared correlation, coefficient of variation, and the number of transactions for each indicated value. The methods that you select on this schedule flow into this workspace, which is where you select and weight, if desired, the value indications that you want to include as part of your enterprise level equity value, which then flows back into the control panel. Now you have the option to apply enterprise level adjustments, which are premiums and discounts that affect the entire entity. For example, you may apply a key man discount at the enterprise level. You can enter these adjustments as either percentages or dollar values. Here's another example. You could make an adjustment for a contingent liability, such as the cost to clean up hazardous waste, and enter the estimated cost as a dollar value rather than a percentage. BVS separates enterprise level adjustments that affect the entire entity and shareholder level adjustments that apply to a specific interest or block of shares. Therefore, this structure helps guide you through the proper application of premiums and discounts. A common error when valuing voting and non-voting shares is to simply apply a premium percentage to the voting shares, which results in a value for voting and non-voting shares that adds up to more than the original enterprise equity value. BVS prevents this error by solving for the correct allocation of value to voting and non-voting shares that reflects your voting premium and totals to the correct total enterprise equity value. BVS allows you to justify your adjusted equity level enterprise value conclusion based upon the assumed funding of a hypothetical transaction. The justification is only meaningful because it matches the level of value, adjusted enterprise equity, to the correct level of benefit stream, enterprise. This is the shareholder level control panel. Here's where enterprise level equity value is adjusted to shareholder level value. Shareholder level value is expressed in terms of a percentage of the total and on a per share basis. You can estimate shareholder level value for voting and non-voting interests. If you want to work your way to a per share value on a diluted basis, you'll find that BVS includes a procedure for addressing stock options, warrants, and convertible preferred stock. BVS calculates the number of shares that are in the money based on your selected enterprise level equity value and results in a diluted share count for both voting and non-voting shares. After specifying the percentage interest you're valuing, you can apply shareholder level discounts and premiums as needed for lack of marketability or minority, as well as any other user-defined adjustments you might need to make. Here again, adjustments can be made as a percentage or a set amount. In summary, BVS is an alternative to Excel spreadsheets and old-school valuation software. You're invited to explore its power, flexibility, and the control it gives you over the valuation process. More than a tool that will save you time, BVS will remove the distractions and help you focus on the mental work and judgment calls that go into a sound valuation. If you have questions or would like to arrange an online demo, please call. You can also learn more online at moneysoft.com/BVS. Thanks for watching.